Hi there. This is Debbie Rambus, Tony's mom and executive director of the Compassionate Friends. We're bringing you another message of hope. Today, I'm speaking with Art, who happens to be a chapter leader and on the board of directors. And Art lost his son. Hello, Art. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello, Debbie. Good to be here.
I know that, it's difficult, especially at the holiday time. I wonder, Art, if you wouldn't mind sharing what brought you to Compassionate Friends.
Yes, 18 years ago, Debbie, we lost our son Brian in an automobile accident. He was on his way to get a haircut, and a young driver that had only been licensed for 2 weeks ran a red light and broadsided him. He survived for a couple days on life support, and we had to make the decision to take him off because he was not going to survive. So that started our journey on this long and lifelong journey of a bereaved parent. But it was 18 years ago that brought us to Compassionate Friends. Uh, one of the fathers that I knew that had lost a child happened to be a member of the Compassionate Friends, and he invited my wife Laura and I to attend our first meeting, and we've been at it ever since. It was a place that we felt safe and could relate to other parents who had lost children.
Wow, thanks for sharing. And I think it's a testament to your strength and your willpower that you're still here and that you're still involved with Compassionate Friends. And I think that's the big secret of our organization. It's one parent, one grandparent, one brother, one sister helping another, reaching behind them, giving a hand to the person that's coming along. So, Art, you've seen a lot of people, as a chapter leader, 18 years on this journey, lots of national conferences, a board of director member. Uh, can you share anything that helped you specifically or things that you know have helped others?
Well, I think the main thing that I'd share to answer your question, Debbie, is that for the newly bereaved that hopefully seek the help of Compassionate Friends when they start attending their first meeting or two, I think it becomes very apparent right away that it's a safe haven where they can go in and express their feelings of their loss, and everybody in the room understands. As you well know, Debbie, our friends and family are there for us at the beginning when we lose a child, and they're there often, except for unless they've suffered the loss. There's not much that they can do to comfort us because they don't really understand the anguish and the depth of pain that we're going through. And so, Compassionate Friends meeting offers a newly bereaved family the opportunity to be able to share their child's life and to share the feelings that they're going through. And everybody in the room understands. And where the strength is the people that are further along in their grief help those that are newly bereaved. And the newly bereaved get to see that there is hope, that one day that they will be able to laugh again and smile and maybe even enjoy a holiday. It's just going to be different, especially when they get to that point where they've accepted their loss. And it takes a long time, but once they reach that point of acceptance, then they can move on with their lives to some degree and start a new life. It's a different life. You always will mourn and grieve your child's loss, but that's not to say that you can't have a good, productive, and meaningful life ahead. And that's what the Compassionate Friends offers.
Yes, and I think that's so true. Especially early in your grief journey, you just wonder, how in the world can I go on? And I think it helps going to a meeting, even if it's a virtual meeting. Maybe you're connecting with people online with Facebook or in one of our online communities. That you realize there are others and they can give you some ideas, not necessarily what's going to work for you, but rather what worked for them. And then you kind of pick and choose from that and you try different things out until you're able to make it and then help someone else. So, Art, we have many that will be watching this that are new in their grief journey, or maybe not new, but they haven't had help like Compassionate Friends before. Do you have a particular message of hope that you would like to share with them?
So there is hope. One of the things that my wife Laura and I like to do routinely at our chapter meetings is to discuss either directly or indirectly that concept of hope. We have several matured families in our group, matured in the sense that they're further along in their grief, and we like to get some discussions going and to show the newly bereaved that our families that are further along in their grief do live good, productive lives. Many of them have started foundations in memory of their children. They do very special things, things that their children were compassionate about. So those are the kinds of lights of hope that we try to offer to new families. That once you get over that the gut wrenching, very painful and agonizing grief that may take you a few years. Once you get to that point beyond that, you do see hope, and there is hope out there. You learn to live a different life, and that's fundamentally what you do.
Absolutely. And I really truly believe in what we say, that you need not walk alone. This isn't a journey. This isn't something that you want to try on your own. Just like the disclaimers that you see on TV, don't do this at home. Don't do this alone. We should have that same disclaimer with child loss, whether a grandchild, a brother, sister, or your own child, is don't try to do it alone. Reach out and let others help you. We have on our website a wall of hope. And on that wall of hope, there are people that have already written many messages, especially for you. They've also shared pictures of their loved one. So while you make it through this busy holiday season, treat yourself, give yourself some time, and take a look at that wall of hope and read the messages that are there for you. Thank you, Art, so much for joining and sharing a bit of Brian and how you're able to make it 18 years after the fact.
And thank you, Debbie, for all the good work you do.
Well, everyone, please be kind to yourselves the rest of this year and have as good of holiday as you possibly can.